Craig? Another goal, another reason maybe that your fans would say you should be over in the UAE right now? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, obviously disappointed to not be there, but you know, I guess that's football, and I just have to keep working hard with Adelaide. Obviously, fantastic for us to beat Melbourne Victory at home and pick up the 3 points is very important for us, and yeah, happy to get on the score sheet as well.
Given the disappointment of 2016, it felt like you almost robbed of the place by that managerial change in Holland. What did you learn then to help you with another Socceroos system?
I think I've been through a few disappointments to know what to do, and you just have to focus on coming in every day and giving 100%. And obviously, yeah, it is disappointing, but like I said, that's football, and I just have to focus on you know, doing my best for Adelaide and consistently scoring and getting assists and helping us pick up as many points as possible. So yeah, obviously happy to win against our biggest rivals last night in front of Coopers, and hopefully we can push on from here.
Craig, was that your team's best display this season, fair to say?
I think the first half, possibly. Yeah, it was good performance, very intense with the pressing, and yeah, obviously we're clinical. I think that's probably the thing that we've lacked the most, is that clinical finishing. I mean, the week before, or the game before against Wellington, we had 32 shots and no goals. So it's probably the one thing that's restricted us from picking up more points, but hopefully we can improve on that in the coming games as well.
And as you said, that intensity and that high press right from the off, the other thing that caught my attention, that quick ball movement into the front third, that was pretty crucial as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think it really helped us, and we know that we're good on the counter and that we could hurt them in the transition. So it was good to be able to do that with a couple of goals, and now we just have to look at what we have to do against Sydney this weekend.
Craig, maybe you have to do a citizenship ceremony for Izza every week. That's as good as, you know, he's played a long, I mean, he's a wonderful player, but he was unreal.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's our captain, and he's such an important player for us, and he leads with his performances on the field, and last night he was first class from start to finish. So very happy for him, and you know, hopefully he can have another few games like that this season.
What do you say to those that say the ball was accidental?
Yeah, knowing Issa and his passing range and seeing him in training every day, I know 100% that wasn't a missed kick.
Do you see a Socceroos call up in his future?
Yeah, well, now he's a citizenship. You have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, I think you've seen with Martin Boyle that if you've got the quality and you have the citizenship, then there's no reason why not. Obviously, he's a first-class player, but you know, obviously it's up to the coaches from that aspect.
The high pressing was obviously the plan, etc. But the frenetic nature, the intensity that you brought last night, what's prompted that, and what ingredient was there that was absent through, you know, last 3 or 4 games?
I think obviously being against Melbourne Victory in front of our home fans, the biggest rivals, the intensity lifts, and it's just I think it becomes more natural, the pressing and stuff like that. The intensity is just higher when you play those teams, but against like Wellington and stuff, it's a different kind of game for us because we controlled more of the possession and just lacked the finish. But yeah, I think it's something that we have to try and bring that intensity to every game we play, and that style of that pressing. But every game's different, and you have to approach it in a different manner.
Craig, you'll get Vinny Leah back next game against Sydney. It's a nice position. It's going to be hot competition for spots because it's hard for the manager to change that side now.
Yeah, for sure. I think Nathan came in and did really well. Obviously, Vinny's done great for us so far this season as well. So obviously, we got a lot of competition for places, and we've done well with a few injuries throughout the season. So we've got good depth, and obviously I think whoever the coach goes with will be able to put out a strong side. But there's also a lot of games coming up in this January period, so there's going to be game time for everyone, I think.
Craig, obviously it's been a really hectic schedule with matches, as you said. How are the guys physically? I mean, do you enjoy backing up, playing matches every 2 or 3 days?
Yeah, for me, for sure, I like to play those games every few days. I think when there's a longer break and you have the training sessions, it's sometimes it gets a little bit draining, but obviously a lot of games, it's not something that everyone's used to back up every few days. But you know, I think it's a lot of football, and I think it's good for us after the Wellington game, you know, where we perhaps were disappointed with that. We had the chance to back it up a few days later. So now when we're in a good patch, we need to ride that form out, and hopefully we can do that in the next game.
Craig, I know we put you in an awkward spot asking all these Socceroos questions, and I don't want to do it again, but I'm going to do it again. Do you think that, I don't know if you watched the other night, but that Australian setup is one that you can contribute to in the very near future, the way that you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always confident in my ability, and obviously I made the squad before the Asian Cup, so I'm confident in my ability, and I have the confidence in myself that if I was in there that I could do a job. But like I said, it's the coach's decision at the end of the day, and if he's not seeing something now, then I have to just do my best and to try and prove him wrong so I can get a spot in the future.
Are you happy that you're doing the right things? Like scoring goals, obviously, and creating for your teammates? Yeah,
for sure. I'm happy with the way I'm going and the way I'm travelling. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, and I'm trying to work on that and improve my game in other aspects, and to try and do it for the whole 90 minutes. And yeah, I'm happy with the way I'm going.
And obviously 5 goals for you this season, which is great, but would you like to have a out-and-out striker sort of next to you, you know, just so that can make it even easier?
Yeah, obviously having our marquee Barber out is a blow for us, but like I said, we've had a bit of depth, and we've managed to pitch in with goals from a few different players. For myself, if I can get on the score sheet as much as possible, I'm happy. But obviously, yeah, if we had you know, Bubba in there being our marquee striker, I think it would change our game a fair bit. But you know, we just have to deal with what we have, and I think we've done fantastic so far this season, obviously to win the cup, and to be in a good position in the league to push on for obviously finals and for top 4 and beyond.
Did you get an explanation from the Socceroos camp when you were let down?
Yeah, the coach Graham Arnold called me and obviously explained his reasoning, and yeah, I mean that's the way it is. You know, obviously, like I said, it's disappointing, but I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. I just have to get on with it and try and, like I said before, put in good performances week in, week out. And for me, as long as I'm performing consistently with Adelaide, then you know, I'm happy with myself and the way I'm going. And I just have to, like I said, try and prove the coach wrong and get into the next squads. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd like to keep that side of things to myself, but you know, he just basically said, in short, that I'm doing really well, and just to keep it going, and my time will come. And he's picked the players he has for his reasons, but you know, he sees me as someone that can provide something different, and that if I keep going, then my time will come.